Alright guys, welcome to Sunday. It's been a hell of a weekend and a Friday. We've had a couple calves. My cow calved yesterday finally. I gotta make up a freaking tag for the calf. She had a heifer, so which is good news. And then Friday and Saturday, we went to beat hell on moving round bales with the Magnum. We got all our hay up. We got a total of 90. And then the young guy, he got 88 of the old hay and then whatever of the new hay. So but yeah, we got our hay done Friday, I think it was, and then all day Saturday. I had a couple of bales out there left to finish, so I did that. I bounced over to the cemetery field, did that. The young guy did the ditch field because he had to come here at like 8 o'clock in the morning because we have a calf. The mother had rejected it, and the mother wants nothing to do with that calf, so we are bottle feeding it. And of course, we are super low on all that stuff you need to bottle feed a calf, so we borrowed some from the young guy, and we'll pay him back, of course, and then go get some more of our own. Some milk replacer, and some other stuff. So she is a psychopath. She was born because she has one of our tags in her ear. You know, that's obviously to tag the cattle. So she was born in 2022, and supposedly this is her first calf. I'm not really sure, but from what my uncle says, it's his first calf, or it's her first calf, and I guess she doesn't know what to do, or she just don't want it. So she rejected it. She don't want it. We tried 2-3 times to get her in the barnyard, and because she won't go in there on her own, you have to push other cows in with her. So we do that, and then by the time we get the herd down to where it's just her and one other cow, she goes completely berserk and rams through the gates and wanders in the yard. So we've tried that a couple times already, because like the young guy says too, you have to force bond them to see if, you know, the mother will eventually come around and maybe accept the calf. But she won't calm down. She won't settle down in the barnyard there. She just goes berserk. When she knows that she's basically the last cow in the yard, in the barnyard, she fucks off and says nope. She destroys the gates. So, and like I said, my cow calved yesterday. She had a little heifer, a black heifer. So gotta try to remember to make up a tag today. I know my fucking workbench is a disaster because I got the farm the belt the belt shit in there to deal with that. Got those parts too, but I haven't had a chance to do anything with it because I've been busy moving round bales, dealing with the cows, going back and forth with that. It was a hell of a 2 days. I don't think I've ever worked this much. So I left the house. I think it was Friday. I think it was. I left at like 10:30 in the morning. Started moving our hay. Got done, I suppose, by the afternoon, or even by the evening, and then yeah. So got it done all in one day. But you got to remember though too that we were using the Magnum because the 15's down obviously, and he had on the double bale carrier, And unfortunately, with that style of bale mover, you can only haul them one way. So we had to run a second tractor, the 400, in order to push him to how he wants them. For the most part, we were able to, use the Magnum just by itself. But in the corners and stuff, you had to use the other tractor. So, but the main thing is he didn't have to climb the dike with the 400. That puts more stress on it than anything else. So, what do you do? So, kind of just is what it is. And then that calf, that little calf there that we're bottle feeding, he broke out of jail sometime yesterday. We couldn't find him. Drove all over the freaking place looking for him. Come to find out, he was still in the yard. He was just in one of our buildings, tucked away into the corner where we couldn't see him the first go around. So, but whatever. What are you gonna do? You know, it's been a busy weekend, and just haven't had time to really do much of anything else. And now it's super freaking windy today, which you can maybe hear that in the video in the background. Tons of wind. So, like I said, I got those parts, or those shims, for the A. I got them Friday, and then Saturday, which would have been yesterday, I got my base antenna for the house, my new CB antenna. It's basically a twin to what I had before it crapped out. So we'll do an unboxing of this, but they go on. I don't know if they went under a different name now, or if it's literally just a different company that bought them out. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but if you guys remember the workmen b-100 that I had, this is basically a twin to that, just under a different name now, but still the same specs and everything. And I get crap for having a stubby antenna. Well, listen, unless you want to come up with $200 to buy me an Antron 99, this is what I got to. This is what I got to deal with. So this will be probably better, I think, than my 102-inch whip, which isn't doing anything right now. And plus, these antennas don't really require a ground plane because they use the coax. That's why they recommend. Well, the more coax, the better the ground will be. The better your SWRs will be. So, and I think I have 100 feet of it, so I should really. It should be pretty good, you would think. I don't remember what the specs were on the old antenna. I would have to. Not sure if I had it on video or not before, but of course. But I don't know. So these are just kind of a. They're not really a permanent antenna. I mean, I do want the Antron 99, but I want to kind of wait until I have a new roof put on my house. Because once we do that, then I'm going to go all out on my tripods and stuff for my mount. Because the thing is with the Antron 99 is they're 18 feet tall or 18 feet long. I think I have probably a 15-foot pipe on there right now. So it's going to be way up there. And I know the winds probably wouldn't be too much of a factor, but I don't have no guide wires up for this. So I want to put guide wires up when I install that Antron 99. I'm not too worried about this antenna because it's, a stubby antenna, so there's not going to be much wind hitting it. But when I get the Antron 99, yeah, I want to have guide wires up. I have cable, well, not cable, but some metal wire there that would probably work just as good. But what the hell's going on here? But yeah, so what's going on? I gotta get it out. So well, I still have it marked as that. That's kind of interesting. It says here, unless this was Unless this was left over, but this actually is another Workman b-100 when it was supposed to be something else. So basically, yeah, this is the same antenna that I had before. It was supposed to be the other brand. Not that it really matters. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway because they're the same. They're the same across the board. It doesn't really matter. So I guess there's nothing in here. No, just shoved a bunch of paper in here. Frickin' newspaper. Yeah, just a bunch of paper. Man, this is some old paper. Holy shit, 2011. This must have been from a long time ago. I bet you they probably like pre-package these things, and then all they do is they just label it, you know, what it is, and then. So basically, when I ordered this antenna, they yeah, it was supposed to be the other brand, but it's the same thing anyway. It doesn't really matter. I know some people don't care for these antennas. I mean, it's mixed reviews, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. Made in wherever. That's where that's made, I guess. So that's better than China, I would think. Is that? I don't think that's China, is it? No. Oh, here's the. I was looking. Oh, is that the? Is that the specs? Not that I need it, because. Come on, stay there, damn it. Or it's just my receipt, because I didn't get that. Not that I need it, but. Oh, it is. I should have one of these already, I think, but I don't know what the hell I did with it. But yeah, this should be your spec sheet. And that's what it is. Come on, open up. What's the freaking problem? Yeah, this is just your. This is just your specs. So 27 frequencies, whatever. So, not really sure how to, I guess, not really sure how to process that. I don't understand that because they have, I thought this would be, you know, they have this here. It's obviously a little chart, you know, like I'm guessing that would be your cable length, and here would be your would also be your cable length, I'm guessing. I don't know, it doesn't really say. So, but yeah, it's rated for 500 watts. Well, we'll never go beyond that, so it's not like my radio's that powerful. If it was, it'd probably be, well, it'd be illegal. But they really need to let us up the wattage. I mean, I don't understand it. Like somebody has to explain this crap to me. Like, I mean, I guess I kind of understand it, but in a way, the FCC only allows you to have 4-watt radios. Okay? But then why are these antennas rated for so much more? You know? Like, I'm not saying I want a 500-watt radio, because crying out loud, I'd probably blow up the town. But, you know, I don't know. I think at least maybe 15-watt allowed into CBs would be, I mean, it would be a upgrade. I mean, it's not like I need to talk 500 miles. I mean, a good 20 miles. Like, if I could talk a solid 20 miles, I would be more than happy with it. I'm not complaining if I could talk at least 20 miles, because I'm probably never going to really go that far of it. You know, so. But yeah, it's just basically tells you your stuff. You got low bleed over, whatever that is. Fully weatherproof. SO 239. PL 259, better known. Socket. No ground plane needed. I think you still could add one, but you don't really need to. Fully guaranteed for 1 year. Yeah, I think they last. How long did I have my other freaking antenna? I don't even remember. I think it was close to 5 years, and then it blew up. So probably get another 5 years out of this one, which will be fine, I guess. High performance, low wind resistant, which is nice. It actually is nice. 500 watt capable, compact, 39 inches long, or 3 feet, I think it was. So, but yeah, I think I have at least 75 to 80, 75 to 100 feet of coax. I don't remember what I installed now. Obviously, you can tell I don't keep any of this stuff in stock or keep it written down anywhere, which I probably should for future use, I guess. But yeah, so that's your little chart, or whatever you want to call it. We'll keep that, I guess, for now. And here is the antenna. Now, of course, I know everybody's just already seen them, and I've already made a video on this before, because it's the exact same damn thing as my other one. So, yeah, it feels a little heavier than a... Alright, well, it's got some scratches there. I don't know what they did there. Must have been for install. The only thing that I see that they did do different is they painted this black. On my last antenna, this was stainless steel or chrome, which I don't have the old antenna anymore. I think I chucked that thing away. So, there's your connector. That's where your coax would go into. We'll just put that back on there for safekeeping. Obviously, it's not flexible. It's a solid antenna, which is, you know, perfectly fine. This is still the same though. On my old one, this was still that gold color. That's what stickers say. Danger! Watch for wires. You can be killed if this antenna comes near electrical lines. Yeah, we're nowhere near that, so. That's kind of it. That's just what Daddy ordered. Again, just another... Well, this is actually a Workman b-100. I thought it would have been the other brand, but it doesn't matter. They're twins anyway. They look the same. All they changed was the name. I think even... I think they tweaked the part number a little bit, or the item number, but still basically about the same. So, got a big ass cap on the top. It does come with the mounting hardware, so there's that. There's your... Might be a little too windy today to install it, because I think we're gusting up to frickin' 40 again. So yeah, and then in here is it's all your mounting hardware. So I'm just gonna leave that in there. So yeah, that's what I was actually kind of surprised by that, because I thought it would be a different brand, but it's a Workman, so it's the exact same as what I had a couple years ago. But like I said, the only thing they changed is they painted that black now instead of stainless steel. So, but I don't care personally, just as long as it performs and holds up. So, see how the winds are tonight, and then I gotta talk to my uncle and whatever. He's got to get involved too, because he's the only one that's got a. He's the only one that's got a giant ladder. I've been meaning to get one, but I just haven't done it. So, plus they're expensive, because I want a good one. So, if I can't get a good one, then I don't want anything. Let's put that in there. So yeah, that's the new base station antenna for the house. Like I said, I had that a couple of years ago, or up to a couple of years ago. And then it blew out. Couldn't get the SWRs down worth a shit. It was way too freaking high. So, pretty much hoping I don't have to replace the coax, because I didn't order any new coax. I don't know if that's part of. I mean, it could be part of my problem too, but that's what I'm stepping on. A little piece of damn wire. So yeah, it just is what it is. So, but I'm also probably going to, at some point, it's not going to be anytime soon. I still got to put a CD in the pickup. I already found the radio that I want for that, but I haven't really decided too much of an actual antenna, because we're going to have to go with the magnet mount, but I'm probably going to have to stick it on the bed rail, which won't be probably the greatest ground, because I can't go on top of the roof, even though that's where I would like to be. But as of right now, we don't have the clearance for that. So we'll have to change. I mean, I guess we could go on top of the roof if we wanted to, but we just haven't, haven't changed some wire around yet for our the electric fence stuff. That's all still super low to the ground. So, but yeah. So, and then I might put one here in the shop. I might put a CB here in the shop, but this is just going to be another really cheap setup, because I don't need anything fancy in here. And for grounding it, or like, I don't know, because you're not going to really have much for coax. So, because I don't need 100 fucking feet of coax out here. So, but I don't know. I mean, I know that right here, which I know you guys can't see because it's on the outside of the building, but outside here I have a steel post, and that's what my power wire is connected to, or bolted to, because we lost these trees that were here. And I don't know how good that would be of a ground, because that stuff has paint on it, which, I mean, you could just grind some of the paint off and you'd be fine. But I was thinking building a custom built bracket that I can bolt it to that. It would go out and then go up, and then it can go up just, I guess, however high we need to go up from there. It's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to talk probably 50,000 miles with it, obviously. I just really figure if we get to the farm, that would be plenty. But if not, that would also still be okay. Main thing is really kind of just to talk back to the house if I had to, which is just right over there, obviously. But yeah. So, but I haven't thought of anything like that right now. But I think for a base antenna for the shop, I'm just gonna get another one of these. I think that'll be plenty. It won't be up super high, and I mean, I don't know. Some people say these work better if they're lower to the ground, and some say they work better if they're higher up. I think it really all just boils down to what you got for grounding. If you got long enough coax, it'll ground through the coax. The longer the coax, the better. And I think I have at least 75 feet, but it should be more like 100 feet, I think. So somewhere in that ballpark is what I have. So I don't know if I could add. I mean, if I guess I really wanted to, I probably could either add on to it or order a brand new cable and make sure that's like 100 feet, which I'm sure it is, but I don't know. But that wind. But yeah, the young guy, you know, that owns the Magnum there. I think I've said that before. He uses ham radios. He goes through a buddy. Uses his license, I guess somehow. I don't know how all that works, but somehow he's able to share his license with close friends, I guess, or something. I don't know. Don't ask me, but so he uses ham radios, and I think he was back at the farm, at his farm, and I was in the Magnum, and I was at the cemetery field, so basically as far away as I can get. It could have been a hell lot further yet, but he already did that ditch field, so nothing there. That ditch field would have been a little bit further away yet, but I think he said from there to here is exactly 10 miles from where I was at to his house, and you could hear him pretty good, especially if you're up on top of a hill a little bit, which I was at the time. And if you get down into that valley over there, well, then it starts to drop off. But on his Magnum, he has his antenna on the post of the cab, so the antenna's like this instead of being like this. It's like this because he doesn't have, the roof is not metal. So, and it's a magnet mount antenna, so he has to mount it on something steel. So, but yeah, he was saying at least 10 miles is pretty good, but he was already saying that he might custom build a bracket that can mount to the frame of the cab, and then it'll go up, and then his antenna will be up there. So at least it'll be vertical, where he might get more range that way. So basically the same thing as what I'm talking about here in the shop. I'll build a bracket off this post. I don't know how deep that, I think that post is only going in maybe 3 feet. So again, it probably won't be that good of a ground because that all has paint and stuff on it. But I don't know, it's the only thing that I really can mount to. I mean, I could build something or get some mounting hardware, mount it to the top of the corner of the roof. Yeah, you'd be a little higher, but you're not going to really have much of a ground. Whereas at least here you're cheating. At least you could try. And I could even remove some paint if I had to. And just paint. Well, not paint it, but remove some of the paint, build my bracket, bolt it, and go from there. But who knows when that'll be. Because as of right now, I don't really need a CB in here, but I would like to add one. I do have a secondary power supply that I can put in here. I can just obviously just plug it into this, because I'm not going to run the CB all the time anyway. But I don't know where I'm going to mount the damn radio. Somewhere where it's not in the frickin' way. I want to put it here, but that's not going to work because you have to flip this thing over every few years. It actually needs to be flipped again. You can see it's got a bow in it. You just flip it over and it'll be fine. It'll straighten itself back out, but then it'll start to dip again. So I'm guessing maybe I'll just, this is not really even permanent either. It just sits there, but might just mount the radio here, I guess. I don't know. It's nothing fancy, It's gonna just be a cheap radio. And then just do whatever with the coax. So, but yeah, we'll worry about that maybe next year or something. I don't know. Next year I want to get a CB in the pickup. So, but yeah. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know when I'll get around to installing this guy. It'll probably be if maybe tonight, if the wind calms down like a lot. If not, well then I'll have to wait until day where there is no wind. So I don't know. But it's not what I expected. I thought it would be the other brand, but this is actually the same ones I had before, a Workman b-100. I thought they were no longer being... This must have been some leftover stock stuff then. Which, whatever. It'll be fine. As long as I can get out to the farm, I'll be alright with it, so... But yeah. So I guess, guys, I'm going to take off, so I guess I have a good day and stuff, so yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.